This wasn't just a motorcycle, it was this man's life. He threw punches in front of two champions, even injuring the only woman among them. One champion was her boyfriend, the other was her brother. Now it was almost impossible for him to get out alive. He wasn't just crazy, he also had a strange obsession with the sweat of men. When eating steak he poured salt on it until it was nearly white. That was the only way he thought it tasted good. That night, after cutting 20 pounds, 50 men he had humiliated showed up with steel pipes to take revenge. He only licked his tongue, and became even more excited. He walked straight toward all 50 of them. Just then his old high school teacher happened to pass by. The teacher first looked at the motorcycle, then back at him. He collapsed in shock. All 50 men were already lying on the ground, but Sawamura was still unsatisfied. He picked up a 40-meter-long blade. At that dangerous moment the teacher grabbed his hand with all his strength. Sawamura thought his teacher was acting strange, but this teacher was the only one who ever cared for him, so Sawamura decided to let them go this time. He was grateful. He was about to become the featherweight champion. He pulled out a ticket for that day's match from his shirt pocket. The teacher was frozen in place with fear. He had once advised Sawamura to learn boxing as a way to save him, never imagining Sawamura would use it to hurt people. Now Sawamura's next opponent was the reigning featherweight champion. In that match he was willing to risk his life. He had once been a nobody, someone everyone bullied, someone the girls all ignored. When Ippo was young his father passed away. His life should have been tragic, but he used his fists to carve out a future. People called him a boxing genius, but his only powerful punch came from years of hauling heavy loads morning and night. Since the age of 8 he had been carrying cargo to help his mother. His only finishing move was the rotating shift. Yesterday an amateur fighter countered it with a single punch, knocking him out for an entire afternoon. From that day Ippo trained harder and harder to numb himself, even if it meant destroying his body. He developed an upgraded version of the rotating shift. After this inhuman training, there wasn't a single part of his body left intact. His torso was covered in bandages. Every touch brought the feeling of tearing muscle. The coach's heart ached watching him train like this, but this was the only way Ippo could stand against Sawamura. A woman begged him not to go on, saying he would be completely broken if he kept it up. Everyone who saw Sawamura agreed Ippo couldn't continue. Ippo himself knew it was dangerous, but if he didn't train this way he was certain to lose. Even the doctor's orders couldn't stop him. The doctor understood his determination, but warned him he could only use this technique twice. A real man only gets 2 chances. Ippo nodded with his mouth, but in his heart he never agreed. That day he had a date with the girl he liked, but Kumi's brother followed him the entire time. She didn't understand why. Her brother explained that Ippo had called him yesterday. Kumi couldn't see why there should be a secret she wasn't allowed to know. Then it struck her that it might be about Ippo's finishing move. Meanwhile at the weigh-in, the two opponents finally met face to face. They shook hands and held on for 30 minutes. Everyone around them was shocked. Sawamura was thrilled by the sweat left on Ippo's wrist. He was so hungry he even thought about cooking with it right there. Ippo thought Sawamura was disgusting. He was furious.